So the Notts players step from the team bus here at Wembley, and it's really an historic occasion for Notts County. The first time ever the club has been at Wembley in its 128-year history. And Derek Pavis, the club chairman, has a word of goodwill for the players as they leave the bus. Nicky Plattner, Charlie Palmer, most of the others, and there, the team mascot, sitting very proudly behind the windscreen. Neil Warnock, what a day it is for him. The first manager ever to bring a Notts side to Wembley Stadium. And let's hope it'll be a happy afternoon for Neil Warnock. And the players now make that famous walk out onto the hallowed Wembley turf. Young Mark Draper and Don O'Riordan amongst the first ones. Tommy Johnson, Nicky Plattner, and certainly a lot will rest on their shoulders. And it's nice to see so many Notts supporters in the ground at this early stage. The players quite obviously very pleased to see them. There's Neil Warnock and young Master Warnock. And what an occasion it is for the Notts County boss and his players alike.
It's the first time I've been here. I'm looking forward to 3 o'clock, and I just hope we get the right result today.
Have you been very nervous?
Well, I think everybody's bound to be a bit nervous. Just so when it comes to 3 o'clock, the nerves have been gone.
Kevin Bartlett, let's bring you in on this. It's your first time here at Wembley, and you're hoping to make a good day of it.
Yeah, that's right, it's a nice place to come and win, but if you lose, it's not so nice, is it, really?
There's only Phil Robinson out of the Notts side who's played here before, so has he given you some advice?
Too much advice.
Yes, he told us about it, but it's just down to what you do on a day, really,
So a great occasion. I know you would have appreciated automatic promotion, of course, but this must make up for it to an extent.
Well, I suppose if we win today, all the lads will forget about automatic promotion and just enjoy the day.
Phil Turner and Steve Cherry, obviously enjoying the atmosphere at this early stage.
Yeah, very nice. We came up this morning without anybody in the stadium, but as you see, there's only a few people in it at the moment, but we're just waiting, for when we come out of the tunnel, and the atmosphere is going to be tremendous. We just can't wait to get the game ahead, really.
Steve, it's a very special occasion for you because I understand your parents and many of your family are going to be here watching.
Yeah, I've just seen my mum and dad and my sister and her husband, and I've got quite a big following coming down from Calverton and all around Nottingham, and they're all looking forward to the match. Lads are full of confidence, and we're just going to wait for the kick-off.
I think this must be the icing on the cake for any footballer's career.
Yeah, whatever game it is, I mean, every player wants to make an appearance at Wembley, and it's a treat for the lads.
Now, Phil, I'm sure you won't really need to G the players up very much. They must be well primed for this one.
I think so, but, we've still got to go prepare right, should I say. We've got to get the dressing room atmosphere correct before we do come out. But, as you say, the crowd and the atmosphere is going to lift anybody anyway.
Tommy Johnson, I understand this is your first trip to London, never mind Wembley.
Apart from last week to watch Tranmere and Bristol Rovers, yes, this is it. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant.
So you actually came down to watch the match?
Yeah, the gaffer thought it was a good idea for us all to sample the atmosphere and that, and have a look at the stadium. And I think it's done us in good stead, really, for the game.
Now, a lot's happened to you in a short space of time. You're still just 18 years old, you've banged plenty of goals in. Can you take it all in?
Just about, yeah. I think it would cap it all today if we win, especially. I think that's the main objective. I'd like to get 20 goals, but as I say, it's the main objective to get promotion.
Wembley's a nerve-wracking place for any player, but a youngster like yourself might be a little bit overawed by it all.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that. All I've said no week is there's no pressure on us, really. But there really is. I've been joking about it and that. I feel confident now. I'm just excited more than anything else, looking around. I suppose once we walk up through the tunnel, that'll be the most important factor, and hear all the roars. I think I'll be a bit nervous then, but I've been nervous before, and I've produced a good, so hopefully I can today.
Neil Warnock, the first manager to guide Notts County to Wembley in that magnificent 128-year history.
Yes, it's very exciting. As you can see, the atmosphere is building up, and it's marvellous to be involved on such an occasion, really.
I think you'd agree that if a team can't play football on this kind of surface and in these conditions, then there's never going to be a better opportunity.
Yes, although I've never done a hotter day all season. The heat is really tremendous. And let's just hope that the occasion doesn't become too much for some of the young lads. But I'm quite confident, and the young lads have prepared very good.
Some people might say that Tranmere's appearance here last week might be an advantage with them getting used to the surface. Would you agree with that?
I'll know more about 5:15.
Well, of course, you did come down and watch that game last week, so you've obviously done your homework.
That's right. I mean, I think they'll be quietly confident. I think they'll probably think the favourites. They've been here, like you say, and won. But sometimes the underdogs come through, and I think we've got as good a chance as anybody.
Notts County supporters having a great day out. Let's have a cheer for the side.
You boys!
OK, lads, any idea what the score's going to be?
2-0 to Notts.
2-1 to Notts.
You've probably seen Tranmere play Notts before this season.
Yeah, both times.
So Notts are certainly the best side, are they?
Yeah, definitely.
What about your favourite player? Who have you come to see excel today?
Johnson. Tommy Johnson and Dean Yates.
So they're the two main men, are they?
Yeah, definitely.
And whereabouts have you lot come from?
Beeston in Nottingham. Beeston Islands.
You're enjoying your day out?
Yeah, loving it, yeah.
One more cheer for the Magpies.
Yeah!
It's an historic occasion for the Magpies, playing at Wembley for the first time in their 128-year history. Shortly, the two teams will be coming out onto this famous hallowed turf, so sit back and enjoy the action. So the two sides take the field on this historic day for Notts County. The first time in their 128-year history that they've actually appeared at Wembley Stadium. And take a moment to savour this magnificent atmosphere. County being led out by their proud manager Neil Warnock. And he'll certainly go down in the history books, but let's hope it can be a happy occasion, and let's hope that Notts can secure promotion to the second division. Tranmere have already tasted Wembley this season. In fact, only 8 days ago they took on Bristol Rovers in the final of the Leyland Daft Cup and were victorious. And Rovers must be the first third division side to appear at Wembley twice in one season. The famous Twin Towers are nothing strange though to Tranmere. For so long in the doldrums, you can cast your mind back a couple of years to when Tranmere played so well in the centenary celebrations here. Both sets of players will now be presented to the Football League President, Bill Fox. And alongside him are Bill Gordon, who's the Personnel Director of Barclays Bank. Of course, the Football League sponsors, and Mr. J.D. Dent, who is the Secretary of the Football League. Phil Turner, the Notts skipper, conducts all the introductions. And the job falls upon Jim Harvey to do the same for Tranmere, as both teams soak up the sunshine in this infectious atmosphere. Notts, remember, arrived at Wembley after beating Bolton Wanderers. 2 thrilling games, a draw at Burnden Park, and then that famous 2-0 victory at Meadow Lane. Tommy Tommy Johnson and Gary Bartlett were the goal heroes on that occasion. So let's begin with the Notts team check, and the one significant change in the Notts side is the fact that Craig Short comes back from injury. It seemed at one stage that Short wouldn't be able to play, but he is fit and partners Dean Yates in the heart of the Notts defence. That means that Charlie Palmer reverts to his more familiar role at right back, but there's no place in the side for David Norton, who's a substitute. The one player in the Notts side with Wembley experience is Phil Robinson, who of course played at Wembley with Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Sherpa Van final against Burnley a few years ago. And Notts are also looking to young Tommy Johnson to continue his magnificent scoring record. Wouldn't it be nice if he could score a goal here at Wembley Stadium? Tranmere Rovers were at Wembley just 8 days ago in the Leyland Daft final when they defeated Bristol Rovers. They make one significant change as well. Sean Garnett is in the side in place of the suspended Dave Higgins. But the men in the Tranmere side really to look out for are strikers Chris Malkin and Ian Muir. Malkin will play at number 7, has 24 goals to his credit this season, but the top scorer of them all is Ian Muir with 35, and he'll be supplied by Jimmy Harvey and Neil McNabb, the key men in the Tranmere midfield. Once Liverpool super sub David Fairclough will be substitute for the Rovers, and Fairclough's goals reputation may also be called upon later on in this game. So the kickoff is seconds away. The referee checks with both goalkeepers and both linesmen. And the 1989-90 Third Division playoff final gets underway through Tranmere Rovers. But it's an early touch for Notts through Charlie Palmer. Steve Cherry will get a good feel of the ball. Johnson and Lund try to make some space for the throw, and it's Lund who receives it. He's closely guarded. It was Jim Steele there making the challenge, but he wins the throw-in himself. The advantage of experiencing Wembley just 8 days ago is bound to count for something. I'm sure Notts won't let that worry them. They were here to watch that game and sample the atmosphere. And the incentive here this afternoon just couldn't be greater. McNabb sprays the ball wide to Steve Mungle. It was an effective challenge by Charlie Palmer. Plenty of steel about the Notts defence, that's for sure. Mungle finds Malkin. There's little Thomas can do. And Plattner. And the other Thomas Dean getting on the act, and Tommy Johnson provides a cross. But it was just too far ahead of Gary Lund. Well, this surface and this occasion really ought to suit Neil McNabb in the middle of the park for Tranmere. Malkin. This could be dangerous. Platner's over to cover. Malkin takes a look. Finds Thomas. It's a nice ball in for Harvey. Harvey tries to create some space. Still wins it back. It's a Notts ball. The only player to have experienced Wembley in the Notts side is midfielder Phil Robinson, who was here just a couple of years ago with Wolves in the Sherpa Van final against Burnley. And he was a winner on that occasion. Let's hope he can complete the double. Palmer's throw. Sean Garnett's come all the way across to take care of Gary Lund, and that's interesting. But Notts have Dean Yates forward. Yates looks for the flick on, and the ball finds Johnson, lays it back. There could be an opening here for Bartlett, and there is. Oh! That was so close, but it's a Notts corner. Confusion again in the Tranmere camp. Harvey and Nixon getting their calls mixed up there. And do we detect some nerves? Five minutes on the clock. Thomas swings over corner number 2. Yates gets the header. Bartlett. Turner couldn't quite connect, but Notts still have possession. Through some determined tackling by Phil Robinson, and he goes for the return. It's a very open game even in these early stages, and quite a contrast to yesterday's game between Chesterfield and Cambridge, and the two sides closed down very determinedly. There was little creative play at all. Mungle with the header. And referee Mr. Milford seems to think there was a foot too high there. It belonged to Gary Lund, and the man in danger of being on the end of it was Sean Garnett. Here's Harvey. Thomas of Notts tidies up from Thomas of Tranmere. But there was almost an opening. Steve Cherry takes advantage of this vast surface to pump the ball forward. Mungle tries to set Malkin away. Palmer wins the free kick. Tranmere supporters aren't too happy about that. Malkin, 24 goals to his name, looks for space. He's got options and finds Thomas. Thomas very quickly closed down. Palmer gets the ball away for Turner. That's a free kick as well. Well, Sean Garnett, who's playing inside, in the heart of the defence, is picking up Gary Lund early on. And Yates punts the ball forward. Garnett beats Lund, but still Notts have possession through Johnson. He looks to Turn. Phil Turner gets space and shoots. It was a fine effort. Notts certainly playing with confidence in these early stages. For so many years, Wembley has belonged to Nottingham Forest as far as the county of Nottinghamshire is concerned. But today, it's black and white here at Wembley. The Notts have made a promising start. Harvey finds Hughes, and Notts are forced to concede a corner. Nine Notts players, not including Steve Cherry, back in the box to defend. And only Gary Bartlett is forward for the breakaway. The corner swings in. Almost an opening for Malkin. The ball was hacked away, but here's McNabb. That was rather overambitious. Steve Cherry will collect for a goal kick. Very shortly, one of them will be guiding their side into the second division. And Tranmere break away. There's Muir inside to Steele. Steele keeps possession. Can't find McNabb. And Johnson clears. Notts incidentally have the champagne on ice this afternoon. It's Chairman Derek Pavis's treat. And if they win, they'll celebrate this great occasion in style. Coming up to 15 minutes on the clock. The Notts have settled very well. Dean Yates has the free kick. Garnett, though, once again beats Lund. But Thomas has space. A great ball by Turner. Palmer must score surely, but doesn't. Well, it was turned in the end, but the whistle had gone. It seemed for a foul maybe on Steve Mungle, or it could well have been pushing on the goalkeeper. But that was an opening created by Notts skipper Phil Turner. Charlie Palmer had space, he had time, but he couldn't get the ball past the goalkeeper. That has to go down as a good chance wasted. Steele finds McNabb. And Harvey is playing very deep, tries to build again with Hughes. Short is beaten to this one. And Jim Steele's won quite a few exchanges for Tranmere, and this one forced to Mark Hughes, who plays it to Malkin. Malkin closely guarded by Thomas. Yates manages to clear, but only as far as Thomas. That's Tony Thomas, the Tranmere midfield player. Well, perhaps a scrappy start, but not a tentative one. Both sides determined to push forward. But if they can both settle, we might see a little bit more football played. Another Notts free kick falls for Dean Thomas. Plenty of Notts players in front of the ball, and Dean Yates charges towards it. Comes to Robinson. Bartlett has the jump. Palmer now in a chase with Thomas, but he's so cool. It's given away once again though. McNabb finds Garnett. That is a very hopeful pass. Fully 50 or 60 yards. Thomas doesn't even need to chase it. Steve Cherry pinches a good 20 yards. Lund exchanges with Bartlett. Here's Palmer overlapping. Good low ball for Robinson. Can he turn and make space? Thomas and Robinson exchanging a few words there in the middle of the park. Obviously a misunderstanding in the play there as that move broke down, and still the two discuss it, but on very friendly terms. Nixon with the kick. It's a good ball by the skipper. Phil Turner created another opening there, but Gary Bartlett couldn't charge onto it. Steve Cherry, the only Notts-born player in the squad from Calverton, enjoying this special occasion. Bartlett has space, pulls it across. There was no one there. Well, Notts are certainly threatening. But still, that chance of Palmer's remains the best one. Tranmere are finding it very hard to build. The play for them keeps on breaking down in the middle of the park, but Harvey wins possession and pushes it forward to Malkin. Malkin's through. Will he score? A dreadful piece of finishing by Malkin. I'm not sure he realised how much space he'd got, but Harvey put him clean through there. He could have rounded the keeper maybe, but chose to head the ball very weakly into Cherry's hands, and that was possibly a better opportunity than Palmer's. He certainly had more space and time, but here are Notts on the rampage. Plattner, a low shot cleared by Harvey, but it's only as far as Lund. Notts urged on by their supporters. Lund inside for Thomas. Swings it deep for Robinson. A smart interchange by Notts, and Dean Thomas trying to finish that one off. Eric Nixon will accept those all day, and hoists another big goal kick forwards. Free kick to Rovers. Harvey and McNabb discuss who will take it. Sean Garnett has pushed forward. McNabb leaves it for Harvey, makes a run and receives it. There's Harvey in space, a low shot. Cherry brought to his knees, but he was well behind it. Steve Cherry with 55 appearances under his belt before the playoffs. There was an opening for Johnson. And Steve Vickers had to be across very speedily there. And Tranmere were sleeping. Notts once again proving how dangerous they can be on the break. Thomas with the corner. McNabb goes for the 1-2 and gets it. The cross was a little bit too high. Rovers still have possession through Jim Steele. Nice play by Robinson. Lund inside for Thomas. And Thomas switches the play with great style. Gary Bartlett. He's got a run now, and Vickers cuts inside. The presence of Hughes as well was too much. The ball breaks for Plattner. Cross for Lund. Rovers come away with it again. Jimmy Harvey finds McNabb. Those two, a very useful team in the middle of the park. And bring Thomas into the play. Muir leaves it. Good interchange again by Rovers. And Thomas almost found a way through, courtesy of Jim Steele. But again, Notts covered their ranks very well. Johnson couldn't retrieve that one. Eric Nixon has another goal kick. I would imagine that Neil Warnock will be quite happy with his side in this first half hour. They've defended quite solidly, battled hard in midfield, created openings up front. Tommy Johnson and Charlie Palmer have been on the end of two of them. But still, no one has broken the deadlock. Plattner concedes the throw-in. Jimmy Harvey will take it. Harvey's cross cleared by Yates. Sherry proves he can kick just as far as Nixon. And Notts have another attack. Hughes with the clearance. There's Bartlett. Gets the cross in. Johnson turns and scores! And Notts are ahead. And young Tommy Johnson is the scorer. A moment of pure opportunism there for young Johnson, this dynamic teenager. And that is the 20th goal he's been looking for. Tommy Johnson breaks the deadlock after 31 minutes. And Notts County take the lead in this third division playoff final. It's been a fairy tale season for this youngster. And what a goal it was. He took it so well, turned under pressure and fired it low and hard under Nixon. And the Notts County supporters away to my left respond with great excitement. Black and white banners are everywhere. Neil Warnock signalling from the bench for his players to settle down. He's experienced enough to know that this game is far from won. And Notts really must take time to settle up until the interval and consolidate on this goal lead. Here's Thomas. Notts looking for number 2. Certainly nothing less than Notts deserve. They should have taken the lead very early on through Charlie Palmer. Johnson had a half chance just a while ago, but he made sure that time. And still Tranmere's only real threat is that opportunity given to Chris Malkin, which he squandered so badly. Yates with the clearance. It was a spectacular jump by Craig Short to beat Jim Steele. The referee, Mr. Milford, is concerned with the challenge of Mark Hughes on Gary Bartlett, which resulted in Bartlett losing a boot. Wayne Jones administers the treatment. But Bartlett, thankfully, doesn't seem to be in too much pain. And whilst that's going on, a few of the Notts players take an opportunity to have a drink on this scorching day. And possibly there might even have been a few words of encouragement. And a few tactics exchanged as well. Remember that if this game isn't settled after 90 minutes, an extra time will follow. And then, if the deadlock still isn't broken, we'll be in for a penalty shootout. Well, that would certainly be exciting for the supporters. But Notts wouldn't want it to go that far, I'm sure. Thomas has the free kick. Finds Yates. It's not cleared yet. Johnson gets in the shot. There's a chance for number 2. Well, Gary Bartlett couldn't quite believe his luck when that opportunity broke. But it wouldn't have counted anyway, because somebody, possibly even Bartlett, was in an offside position. And Nixon strikes the free kick. Less than 10 minutes to go to half-time. Thomas has the ball for Tranmere. Notts working very hard for each other. 14 games unbeaten before today. And they're certainly playing like a side with confidence. The Notts supporters are in tremendous voice, savouring every second of this magnificent occasion. Let's just hope they'll be in the same sort of spirits at the end of the 90 minutes. Lund appeared to be pushed by Garnett, but there was play on. As McNabb finds Muir, the man with 35 goals to his credit. Neil Warnock asking for some more communication out on the park. The Notts have certainly worked well as a unit in this first half. They battled for each other and fought for every ball. And fighting for this one is young Tommy Johnson. Still, Johnson's goal after 31 minutes separates these two sides. Here's Phil Turner. Palmer has space, this could be interesting. Well, he can't get in the cross, but he wins a corner, and Notts will be happy with that. Dean Thomas, as ever, takes the flag kick, finds Johnson on the near post. It was a good flake. Vickers rolls it square to Hughes. Foul by Plattner on Chris Malkin. McNabb, steal. He finds Harvey. Robinson giving close attention. Yates gets that one away. Turner almost finds Bartlett, but the ball breaks for McNabb, and that's a good strike out to the right-hand side. Muir will pick it up. And it was a rather cynical tackle by Dean Thomas. The referee falls him over. A free kick to Tranmere, and Thomas can have no complaints about that. Referee Roger Milford makes his intentions quite clear. Just one more like that, son, and you'll be over on the bench. Jimmy Harvey takes the opportunity to have a wipe down with the sponge on the sweltering afternoon. And the last thing Tranmere Rovers want at this stage is a serious injury to 35-goal top scorer Ian Muir. He looks in some discomfort, but at least he's back on his feet. So Tranmere have the free kick with 3.5 minutes remaining of this first half. And Harvey strikes it. Jim Steele had the jump and Steve Cherry was across to cover it. And it looked quite a spectacular save by Cherry, but the ball might well have gone wide anyway. Nevertheless, he had it well covered, and Tranmere have to try again. Muir biting at Yates's ankles there. But Yates doesn't react and Notts have a throw-in. Dean Thomas has certainly been kept busy with throw-ins and corners, 4 in the first half so far. This time he tries to plant a throw onto the head of Gary Lund, who wins yet another throw. Notts pushing for goal number 2 on the stroke of half-time. But for Tranmere, this really would be a disastrous time to concede. Johnson provides the cross for Yates. Still Notts have possession through Turner. Nab was the offender this time. He protests furiously to the referee. But that was certainly an infringement. The Rovers concede a free kick in a very dangerous position. Thomas, Turner and Johnson stand over the ball. Certainly it's in a fine position for somebody to have an attempt at goal. Just 3 players in the Tranmere wall and 5 not strikers lined up. Johnson with the strike, and it wasn't too far away. The referee says the ball came off somebody's head and Notts have a corner. Johnson tried to put the ball over the wall and almost succeeded. Notts have corner number 5. Just over 30 seconds of normal time remaining in this first half. There's Thomas. Hughes got it away that time. Turner. Johnson has space. It's closed down though very quickly by Steve Mungle. Malkin was never really going to get to that one, but Dean Yates had to give away the throw-in just in case. Muir decides he'll leave it for Mungle. Into time added on in this first half. Notts have the lead through Tommy Johnson. Short and Robinson combine to get this away. Turner's overhead kick still isn't effective because Rovers have possession again. Steele finds Harvey. Good challenge by Palmer. The first half draws to a close. Neil Warnock and his party make for the dressing rooms rather leisurely. Notts will certainly be happy with their first half performance, whilst Tranmere have had their fair share of the ball. They haven't really created enough opportunities. Steve Cherry only really troubled on 2 occasions. The first, when Rovers really ought to have scored through Chris Malkin, but he could only head weakly at Steve Cherry. And then Jim Steele's header brought another save from Cherry, but that just might have been creeping wide. Notts have been effective going forward with their 3 strikers. And Charlie Palmer, the fullback, was guilty of the first serious miss early on. It was Phil Turner who created the opening for him on that occasion, but he snatched at his chance and the opening was gone. So half-time here at Wembley, and Tommy Johnson's goal after 31 minutes is the difference between these 2 sides.
Man Egerton, Nottingham, for the latest in Toyota. Sponsors and suppliers to Notts County Football Club. New and used car specialists holding a stock of up to 60 used cars, and suppliers of the Toyota range from the Toyota Starlet to the new Lexus. All cars with full 12 months labour and parts Toyota warranty, a free MOT where applicable. Also offering HP terms, contract hire and leasing for small businesses. The Travel Factory, located at 48 Carrington Street, just down from Nottingham's Midland Railway Station, are proud to be associated with Notts County's historical first visit to Wembley. We handle all business and leisure travel and are recognised as being #1 for cheap airfares to Canada and the USA. We also operate our own tour programme to the Sunshine Greek island of Rhodes at unbeatable prices. Try us.
Looking for a suit? Try Whistle and Flute. At Whistle and Flute, we stock over 4,000 suits at prices you can afford from £59. All the top fashion houses are available, as well as local brands in a wide variety of colours and styles. Sizes from 34 to 54-inch chest. We even have a department for corporate clothing. At Whistle and Flute, we tailor the garments, we tailor the prices, and alterations are free of charge. Parking, no problem. For your suit, call into Whistle and Flute, 96 to 98 Derby Road, Nottingham. Telephone 410-238.
I'm sure Neil Warnock will have urged his men to build upon their fine first half performance. Notts have been very workmanlike in every department. And they've certainly unsettled Tranmere. Their usual fluent build-up has been rudely interrupted by a sturdy Notts defence. But Rovers pounced for an early attack. Dean Thomas has other ideas and turns the ball all the way back to Steve Cherry. An early opening for Notts. Johnson puts the ball across. Hughes clears from Bartlett. It's a Notts throw. Dean Thomas isn't going to bother to race across and take this one. Instead, the duty falls to Charlie Palmer. Palmer's long throw reaches Yates. There was a heavy clash there, from which Yates came off worse. And he'll need treatment. The referee seemed quite anxious. It's a dropped ball. in the middle of the pitch. But it's quickly in the hands of Nixon. Palmer flings himself into that. It was worthwhile because Notts still have possession. So Thomas, Plattner chases. He's chasing a lost cause because it's Rovers' throw. And Tony Thomas takes it. Well, we've had our first share of free kicks in this game. And Jim Steele is the latest offender. Thomas has Gary Bartlett ahead of him. Gary Lund homing in at the far side of the box, and Lund wins it. Wins it again into the path of Bartlett. An opportunity for Notts. Bartlett gets in the shot. And it was Steve Vickers who had to clear. Vickers plays it right back into the danger zone for Tranmere. And that was an awfully high challenge by Steele, who regretted it instantly. A sporting gesture by Steele, but I don't think Phil Robinson will appreciate it. He's the man who's been poleaxed. Yates and Short share a drink, and Harvey says, "I'll have some too." Fortunately, Robinson climbs to his feet and seems quite capable of continuing. The game so far has been played in good spirits. It's been very physical, but very fair as well. And Bartlett can't prevent that one from running through to Nixon. The Rovers goalkeeper suggests that that wasn't quite so sporting by Gary Bartlett. So Bartlett retreats and Nixon pinches some yardage. Rovers on the attack. Thomas, Malkin tries to poach. Short tries to clear, but still the white shirts of Rovers have possession. Harvey finds McNabb. McNabb looking for room but can't find it, and Thomas gets in another one of those dangerous crosses. Steele's up on the far post. Well, Turner was there to cover. Muir wasn't close enough to get on the end of it. An off-target opportunity for Tranmere, but I think they've illustrated just how dangerous they can be from wide positions since the second half began. Tony Thomas has got in some effective wide positions and got in some very fine crosses from tight situations, and Steele got on the end of that one as well. And Rovers push forward again. Harvey finds Thomas. Thomas Toney is denied by Thomas Dean. So Harvey will take the throw. Another one long into Knott's box. Oh, and a tremendous save by Steve Cherry. Jim Steele, I've only just this moment said how dangerous he can be from set pieces like that. And Steele got the header, and Cherry had to react very alertly to turn that one over. Still Rovers. And Sean Garnett this time heads over. Well, Jimmy Harvey was at the centre of some dangerous moves there for Tranmere in the space of just a minute. First setting up Jim Steele, but Steve Cherry was equal to it, and Sean Garnett headed the corner over the top. Another Notts corner. For the time being, Tranmere have to defend this corner. Swung over by Thomas. Yates tries to get a connection. It's a goal kick. Stray pass by Palmer, puts his side under pressure. Thomas finds McNabb. He returns it. Vickers, the central defender, getting involved. And he might well have been the one who strayed into an offside position. Notts can breathe easily. Both Tranmere and Notts County, of course, were at the top or thereabouts of the third division throughout the season. And Tranmere was certainly one of the surprise packages. Notts widely tipped for promotion. And if the scores stay the same, they're less than half an hour away from achieving that ambition. Another corner for the Magpies. Dean Thomas trots over to take it. Yates goes to the front post. Stands alongside Tommy Johnson. Gary Bartlett is behind the goalkeeper. And Phil Turner breaks for the short one. He'll look to return it, but instead decides to cross. Robinson covers ground quickly to pick the ball up on the opposite flank. Robinson into Bartlett. That has to be a free kick. Keen challenge by Thomas. Dean Yates remains forward. Notts have Phil Turner on the edge of the box, Phil Robinson as well. And Craig Short is also up there. Johnson with the free kick, it's a curling one. Short gets to the header, and Notts are 2-0 ahead. Young Tommy Johnson gets in on the celebrations, and can you blame him? And Craig Short, the man who at one time thought he might miss this final, has made it Notts County 2, Tranmere 0. We've got a very interesting game on our hands now. Tranmere have no other option but to open out. They'll have to push for goals, and a quick one. Notts now with a 2-goal cushion. And with little over 26 minutes remaining, Notts must concede 2 goals to fail to win after 90 minutes. And the way they've defended so determinedly and doggedly throughout this game suggests that Steve Cherry wants to keep yet another clean sheet. More than 20 he's kept this season, but he said before the game that he'd swap all of those for a victory here. Well, a misunderstanding lets Tranmere in, and Harvey breaks. Malkin, he's been fairly quiet, but that's a good ball in for Steele. Tommy Johnson covers. Mungle, McNabb, and Mungle again. Plattner gets this one away. Mark Hughes, another central defender, pushing forward. The ball finds Thomas wide on the right. Thomas with the cross. Hughes is up with the header at the far post. He couldn't get properly behind it. So Craig Short's goal after 63 minutes gives Notts this valuable 2-goal cushion. They've played so professionally throughout. It was a short pass from Thomas, but Cherry was the first one to it, and Malkin missed out. Notts have been so impressive at the back. And if they get through this game, that's 15 without defeat. And what a record that is to take into the second division next season. But as they say in football, and especially here at Wembley, anything can happen yet. Another goal for Notts now would certainly seal it. Short gets in first in front of Steele. Harvey again tries to cut in Chris Malkin, but Charlie Palmer is across this time. But it's only as far as Harvey again. Yates. Ian Muir committed the foul. Notts have a free kick. While Charlie Palmer receives some more attention, Craig Short goes over for more liquid refreshment. A strength and energy-sapping afternoon. The heat quite intense inside Wembley Stadium. Plenty of that, I'm sure, is generated from the terraces. Tranmere are about to make a substitution, and quite a surprising one, because Jimmy Harvey, the skipper, will be withdrawn. And Harvey has played very, very well for Rovers. He's been one of the chief playmakers alongside McNabb. But so far, he's been unable to create anything really positive for Tranmere. And so Eddie Bishop gets the opportunity to add some more weight to this Rovers attack. Just over 20 minutes remaining, and Charlie Palmer has the bit between his teeth as he goes for goal number 3, rides the tackle. It was a long diagonal run there by Palmer, but he lost out and gives away a throw that's well inside Tranmere's half. And Craig Short seems to be able to jump 10 feet taller since scoring that goal. Well, they'll be celebrating all the way up the M1 tonight. If Notts can preserve this lead, Tommy Johnson and Craig Short are the men who are set to go down in history, let's hope, as the men who scored for Notts County on their first ever appearance at Wembley. Thomas' free kick is hastily cleared. But Notts still in command. Yates denied by Thomas. And Malkin, who's trying his luck on the other side of the pitch now, can't get past Charlie Palmer or Phil Robinson. Notts have been very good value for their lead. They've taken opportunities well, and whilst Tranmere have contained them for long periods, they've broken away and created some good chances. Don't let's forget Steve Cherry at the other end. He's made some good saves, one from Malkin and another, of course, from Jim Steele. But Notts are away again. Tommy Johnson. Well, Johnson wins the penalty. He was clean through. Gary Bartlett was watching. He might have thought that Johnson was offside. But referee Roger Milford of Bristol said play on. Johnson found his way into the box, and he was felled just inside. And although the Tranmere players are protesting frantically, the referee is adamant that Notts have a spot kick. And now County have the chance to seal this game once and for all. Well, in all honesty, it must be said that Gary Bartlett did perhaps look in an offside position. And the Notts players aren't yet convinced that it is a penalty. Tommy Johnson questions the linesman. And in fact, it won't be a penalty. It will only be a free kick. Much to the annoyance of the Notts supporters, who were all convinced that it was a spot kick. But a free kick has been given. Just a matter of inches outside the box. So we don't have a penalty after all. Johnson, who thought it was, prepares to get in on the free kick. So does Phil Turner and Dean Thomas. Notts still in a commanding position to go 3 ahead. And will it be Johnson who tries? Yes, it will, and strikes the post. The youngster was so close to goal number 2. Lund with the cross, too deep for Yates. Steve Mungle clears only as far as Phil Robinson. Complete turnabout this time because Tranmere have the free kick, conceded by Dean Thomas. That push on Mark Hughes. This one isn't in such a dangerous position as that one of Tommy Johnson. But nevertheless, Notts will have to defend carefully. McNabb takes it. Sherry can't hold. And Plattner will have to get this one away and concedes the corner. The action is reaching fever pitch here at Wembley. McNabb with the corner. And Gary Bartlett will clear it as long and hard as he possibly can. Less than 15 minutes of normal time remain. Notts County are on the brink of second division football. But Tranmere refuse to be beaten so easily. Thomas feeds Malkin. Low inside for Bishop. All he can do is play it back to Thomas, who floats another dangerous cross in, only as far as Dean Yates. But Malkin now has a chance to cross low. Plattner's there to cover. More anxious moments for Notts. But Tranmere will take this opportunity to make another substitution. And it's a striker for a defender. Steve Mungle is the man who'll be withdrawn. And a familiar old name will enter this arena. David Fairclough, once Liverpool's own super sub. Will Tranmere hail him as the same? He's got less than 15 minutes to make an impact. And the corner is swung deep. Cherry won't mind shots and headers straight at him. It was Gary Bartlett who strayed into an offside position there. The initiative is once again with Rovers. Garnett finds McNabb. I think it really would be difficult to pick out a man of the match for Notts, and probably even unfair. It's been a magnificent all-round performance. Muir works in the shot, it's low, Cherry comes down to take it. And Bishop trying to get a touch, but Notts can breathe again. There'll also be a trophy for Notts County if they can win. And they're only 11 minutes now from doing so. Phil Turner will be the man, of course, to scale those famous Wembley steps and spark off more celebrations. Well, Turner rides the challenge, but wins the free kick. And Charlie Palmer will take plenty of time over it. Yates has it. Sensible play by Plattner. A long hard clearance right into the corner. And with 10 minutes remaining, it's all about possession now for Notts County. There's McNabb. It's a good, dangerous low cross. Must be a goal. And how on earth did David Fairclough miss that one? It was a free header, and he flung himself full length at it. Steve Cherry looked well beaten. And Fairclough, the man with the super sub nickname, misses a golden opportunity. What an interesting finale we would have been in for if that had hit the back of the net. Well, both sides have created chances and squandered them, but Notts have the two that count. Tommy Johnson in 31. And then Craig Short in 63. This time Gary Lund is the casualty, deep into his own half. Both sets of players take the opportunity once again to have a breather. Into more water. Less than 8 minutes to go. And the Notts County supporters counting down the time. For all of them, it's a day they'll never forget. The first time in County's 128-year history the club's been to Wembley. Bartlett gives chase. It's a lost cause. And it's looking the same for Tranmere. Malkin tangles with Short. Short concedes the free kick. just over 25 yards out. Cherry organises his defence. There's a posse of Rovers players gone over to the far side of the box, and McNabb will float it. Steele tries to get a connection. A low cross, Fairclough gets in a shot. Steele once again, and he hit the side of the stanchion. Well, Fairclough once again got into a useful position at the near post, but he couldn't make use of it. Neither could Jim Steele. And that prompts a chorus of knots are going up. If Tranmere fail to score twice in these remaining 6 minutes, they certainly will be. Neil Warnock and his players were so disappointed to miss out on automatic promotion. Their fine end-of-season run wasn't too far away from granting them that, but a loss of form, of course, at the turn of the year really did prove costly, and they had to go through a tough playoff situation to get to Wembley. 2 games against Bolton, another capable and talented side, but the Magpies came through that test. And so far they've come through this one as well. Malkin charges through but overruns it. And Cherry says, let's slow things down. Mark Hughes is the man in trouble as the minutes and seconds tick away for Tranmere. Neil Warnock has decided so far not to call upon his 2 substitutes, David Norton and Mark Draper. Norton, of course, the man who deputised for the injured Craig Short. Mark Draper, like Tommy Johnson, another one of County's talented youngsters. Steele's shot is deflected. Well, for the first time in this game, the referee is going to produce his book. And Gary Lund, poor Gary Lund, is the casualty once again. He's had a tough time of it in the closing stages. And Nicky Plattner sensibly calms down Tony Thomas. And Sean Garnett receives the yellow card. It's been a tough battle between those two all afternoon. And especially in the first half, Garnett seemed to get the better of the exchanges. But Lund, he's battled hard. Tranmere obviously recognise him as one of the main dangers, and he's had little space to create. Johnson didn't have very much space either. But then again, the nippy youngster didn't really need much. He turned almost on a penny to score. And then he provided Craig Short with goal number 2. Less than 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Dean Thomas has the free kick. Lund chases. Short with the header forward. Bartlett jumps but misses out to Vickers. Thomas, a fine piece of play by Thomas there. Good tackle, good distribution, but it was too far. And as we enter the very last minute, Tranmere really chasing a lost cause, it may seem. Fairclough plays it in low. Yates has this. You can often take a moment to feel sorry for the losers in this situation. And Tranmere have had such a magnificent season up near the top. Many thought they'd gain automatic promotion. But they are the ones who miss out. Notts now on the brink of playing second division football along with the two Bristol clubs next season. But there's no doubt about it, County have been the best side this afternoon. They've taken their chances, they've defended resolutely, and they've battled hard in the middle of the park. McNabb, one last effort for Rovers now. Steele lays it off. Thomas kills in another one of those crosses. Almost reaches Muir. Steve Cherry grabs it at the second bite. It'll be another Notts free kick. And Cherry can cast an eye over those black and white banners in the background as he takes his time to push the ball forward. Johnson chases. Malkin keeps on running into the brick wall of Nicky Plattner. And Steele gets no change out of Craig Short. Well into time added on. Notts County 2, Tranmere Rovers 0 in this 1989-90 third division playoff final. Rovers experienced the joy of defeat, of victory, I beg your pardon, here at Wembley just 8 days ago in the Leyland Daft Trophy. But now it's their turn, is it, to sample the heartache? Hughes plays the ball forward, Yates clears. And Lund, now playing in a deep role, follows up. He's enhanced the midfield very well, has Gary Lund. Leaving Johnson and Bartlett to chase the balls forward. And Malkin makes another run at Plattner. Again, he's unsuccessful. McNabb finds Fairclough. Muir, he's been kept very quiet. Steele has the ball. It breaks for Bartlett. Is this an opportunity for Notts? It might have been for Tommy Johnson if Gary Bartlett had have got a ball through early. But instead, Notts have a free kick. We're over 3 minutes into stoppage time now. And any second now, surely, Roger Milford will call an end to this final. Muir, will that be his last touch? Finds Thomas. No way forwards because of this keen Notts marking. And Nixon has the job of punting the ball up front. Nicky Plattner clears. He's played well as Plattner, along with this Notts defence. And an arrogant bit of juggling by Steve Cherry amuses the Notts supporters and kills a few more vital seconds. Approaching 5 minutes of stoppage time. And the referee is certainly keeping these Notts supporters waiting. Desperate they are to celebrate, but they'll have plenty of time for that if they haven't already started. Thomas finds Johnson. Johnson misses it. And the weary legs of Mark Hughes pick the ball up deep. Fairclough's stray pass is only as far as Dean Yates. It's a Notts free kick. The Tranmere Rovers supporters over the tunnel end are still in good voice despite their disappointment. But at least they have the Leyland Daft Cup back at Prenton Park. The biggest prize of all, though, is promotion to the second division. And Notts all but have it. Six minutes of stoppage time have passed. Johnson with Thomas. He tried to keep it in the corner, but was robbed. And Thomas is happy to hoist the ball into the opposite corner this time. The referee checks his watch, and promotion is secured. Neil Warnock celebrates on the bench. 20,000 Notts County supporters celebrate on the terraces. And Phil Turner and his players dance a jig of delight because County are a second division club. Rovers are devastated. But it's County's day. It's Neil Warnock's day. And Warnock congratulates Dean Yates, congratulates young Tommy Johnson, and what a future that young man has. Warnock, who rebuilt this Notts County team and has now guided them to the second division. Young Tommy Johnson milks the applause. And the electronic scoreboard. Congratulations, Notts County, it says. Just about sums everything up. There's no mention for the losers, Tranmere. So the duty of collecting the winner's trophy belongs to Phil Turner. Captain fantastic in the black and white stripes. And young Tommy Johnson can hardly believe it. So Phil Turner and Steve Cherry lead the Magpies up those famous Wembley steps where the trophy awaits. Turner, overcome with emotion. Proud man is Phil Turner. And the roars ring around Wembley as Turner hoists the trophy towards that sea of black and white. Steve Cherry, young Tommy Johnson, and Gary Bartlett are the first ones to go through. There's congratulations too for Dean Yates and Charlie Palmer. Craig Short, a goal hero. Nicky Platner, a stone wall at the back. Phil Robinson, one of the midfield dynamos, and Gary Lund, who took so much stick from the Tranmere defence. Dean Thomas, what an effective playmaker he's been. One of Neil Warnock's inspired signings. Bartlett and Thomas, the two later rivals at Meadow Lane, and what an impact they've had. Notts were only in danger really on a couple of occasions, and when Jim Steele flung himself for that header just 3 minutes before half-time, he missed the target. And it was Steve Cherry's magnificent save from the same player 13 minutes into the second half that kept Notts ahead. And shortly after that, it was Craig Short who made it 2-0 and sealed Notts County's fate. So the lap of honour begins. And as is the custom, County prepare to pose for the traditional team photograph. And I'm sure that will adorn plenty of walls around Meadow Lane. Breathtaking scenes here at Wembley. A tremendous day for the city of Nottingham, and indeed the county. Second division football is restored to Meadow Lane. And Notts certainly already have the nucleus of a squad that is more than capable of coping with the higher grades. County milked the applause. So the lap of honour begins. Notts County, the third division playoff final champions. There's a trophy to prove it, and a place too in the second division next season.
Watch what you say about the ref. Watch what you say about the referee now, man.
Rod's come in, sit down here, have a...
Not next to you. Bill, wait, Bet. Congratulations, my son. Match ball presented to you from the referee and the two officials for what you get this afternoon, right? Great game. Thank you.
Hey, Rod, you got to sign it, son. You got to sign it.
No.
Phil.
I just think that's the last word for you, sign it.
That's for all of us, lads, that. You all deserve it.
Phil Turner. Phil Turner, I think you've earned the nickname Captain Fantastic this afternoon.
Oh, superb afternoon. Emotional all round. I think when the final whistle went, it just all, I think it was just waiting to all come out, really. Very pleased for everybody, not just for the players that was out there, but for the whole club, the supporters, the directors, everybody that was involved with the club.
I think the second goal did ease a lot of pressure.
I think so, yeah. They was always in with a chance when it was 1-0, and Craig's rose at the far post and had it in tremendous. And I think that, as you said, took a little bit of pressure off us. But I think it was all credit to us. We never allowed them to play at all.
Now Harvey and McNabb in the middle of the park were always good playmakers, but you didn't really let them settle.
No, we knew that if we did give them space, then they would start creating things. We knew that if we allowed them the space, they would pick the players out. But we was told to push on, make it difficult for them, and that's our game, really. It was all up to us.
And now, of course, it's all about celebrating.
Well, what a better way to do it than at Wembley.
Dean Yates is always popular. Dean Yates celebrating straight away. I think that's champagne.
Oh yes, it's the best stuff. The chairman always promises if we go up, he says we'll have the best stuff.
Right, so second division football, it's a good platform for you. Are the lads up to it?
Oh, definitely. We've got some great players at this club. We've proved that this afternoon, you know. You can see we can play football just as well as any other second division side.
I think the chairman has already underlined the fact that you've got 16 very talented players capable of holding their own, so maybe this is just the start of things to come.
Yes, definitely. You know, next season it'll show the character of the lads that are playing well in the second division.
Well, justice has been done. Notts County finished third in Division 3, 7 points ahead of Tranmere.
Greg Short, goal hero.
Well, no, it's not that. I don't get many. Mick Jones, chief coach, says you're going up to score, you go up for free kicks. I go up for numerous free kicks and corners. I never seem to get on the end of them. And that free kick we've worked on, must have been dozens of times in training. It's never come off. And today, Tommy hit it far post instead of near, and there was no one marking me. It was a free header, really. You should score from those positions.
Now, there are plenty of fairy tales in this side today, and yours is one of them, because you've had an injury, you might not have been playing, but you turn out to be one of the goal scorers.
Well, this season I've had a few injuries, and I think in the next game, I think I'm never going to play in the next game. But Dave Wilson, the physio, must be one of the best physios in the league. He's a bit different with his methods. He's acupuncture, and he clicks you back into place. But this time, last week, I never thought I had a chance of playing. And it was only really yesterday we decided I was going to play. We had a practice match yesterday, and I thought, oh, we'll risk it. I know David Norton was on the bench, and you could always come on, do a good job at right back, and Charlie Palmer slot in my position. So it was a risk, and it came off in the end.
Right, well, the celebrations have obviously started in the background, so we'll let you go and join them.
Thanks very much, sir. Thank you.
Neil, can you display the magnificent trophy for us?
Yes.
Let's just have a quick look at that. That means second division football next season.
That's right. I think it's no more than what the lads deserve. I thought we played today like we have done the last 2 or 3 months, and I don't think we had any nerves. I thought we got into the stride of things, and I thought the supporters were fantastic, and it was just a marvellous day for us.
It was always important to get that second goal, I thought.
Yes, because Cherry pulled a great save off at 1-0. But to be fair, we had a lot of chances that we could have put away. But the second goal, it was important.
I think it might be unfair to select a man of the match because it was a great all-round performance, but young Tommy Johnson had a good game.
Well, I wouldn't say there was a man of the match. I think we won today because of why we've been doing the last 3 months. We played as a team. I don't think there were any individuals. I thought everybody did the job. I thought it was a very good professional performance.
And of course you've got this good unbeaten run to take you into the second division, which is a confidence booster.
Well, my chairman said he's given me a vote of confidence till August the 25th.
Right. Tommy Johnson, you promised me that goal before the game, and you got it.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I think promotion would come here for first, and then to score is brilliant. I couldn't wish for any more, really.
It's going to take a long time to sink in, I think.
I think it's just starting to now, but about 3 o'clock in the morning tonight you'll find out if it has sunk in, because we'll all be absolutely legless.
Of course, I'm now talking to Tommy Johnson, second division footballer. That must feel good.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. It's a good team performance. I don't think you could give anybody man of the match. I think everybody was absolutely brilliant. Midfield closing down, Shorty and Dino winning headers. Brilliant. Everybody played really well, and we're just looking forward now to having a nice rest. Come back in July for pre-season and look forward to the second division.
And of course, you didn't just score one, but you made one, so it's a great weekend all round, and I think you'll be celebrating all night long.
Yeah, my family's come down from the northeast, so I'm glad for them really, because I've stuck by us. I just can't believe it really. It's just starting to sink in.
Tommy Johnson, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Well, you've seen the atmosphere in the dressing room. It's positively electric, but out here on the Wembley turf in the stadium, things are very quiet now that those 20,000 Notts supporters have set about the journey home up the M1. They'll all be celebrating all night long. It's been a fine, historic occasion for Notts County, the first Wembley trip in 128 years, and it's a winning one, thanks to young Tommy Johnson and Craig Short, 2 fine goals to deny Tranmere Rovers the place in the second division, and now everyone at Meadow Lane can look forward to Division 2 football next season.